Energy grows where the attention flows. This is a quote from Tony Robbins, and it's so true of how we experience life. Energy is the currency by which we experience life. And the energy we have is determined by the emotions we feel and what we choose to focus on. So if we choose to focus our attention on positive things in our life that allow us to feel joyful, that allow us to grow, feel excited, motivated, then we are likely to have a lot of energy that we can apply to areas of our life that we want to grow into or that we want to experience more of. And the opposite to that, if we experience and focus our attention on the negative aspects of life and negative emotions, feeling miserable, helpless, hopeless, then we are likely not to have that same energy. We're likely to have very low energy, low moods. We want to isolate, stay by ourselves. And then we're left with low energy that we can't then really apply to doing what we want to do. And so the energy we have and how we apply that energy both matter so much. And there's an exercise I want to share with you that I call the battery test. It's sometimes called the energy optimization test. It's essentially a snapshot of how you spend your energy and how much energy you have. So what you do is you basically create two columns, one listing the activities that drain you and the other listing the activities that energize you. And then you have a good idea about how much of the things you do in life, uh, which of them drain you and which of them energize you or make you feel good. And then you can really assess, okay, actually the reason I've been feeling quite drained and low energy and low, and it's affecting my mood, I'm feeling low overall, is because I'm doing these things I hate or I don't enjoy or I have to do it or I have no choice. And I'm doing very little of the things I actually want. And then once you have that snapshot, you can see if you can do anything about it. So let me run you through what an example of that looks like now. So, like I said, it's got essentially two columns. You have the things that give you energy and the things that drain your energy. And I've broken it up into different sections. So, this is quite useful to categorize the different aspects of your life. So, you have habits or behaviors, thoughts, the people in your life, the environment in your life, the beliefs you have, the activities that you undertake, and anything else that you can think of that you do or engage in that either drain you or energize you. Now, some of the things you do might do both. You might feel quite exhausted, but you kind of enjoy it, and so you do that activity again. You decide it's something you might want to do more of. But you can see here, I've kind of run through just a couple of examples in each box. So things that give me energy. So this is the first column. So it might be like, I love running or being in nature, watching comedies, laughing. I think, when I have thoughts like I'm really good at this thing or I'm happy with the way I handled that, I feel good about myself. It gives me energy to then go forward and do the things I enjoy. And because of that energy, I feel more likely to do the things that I enjoy. I love being with my partner, my kids, some close friends. I've got a funny colleague at work. And again, the environment, I enjoy being in outside nature, maybe some old rural towns. I like looking at the architecture. So you kind of put together a list of things that make you feel good and pleasant and give you energy, and where you have this energy you want to reinvest. And it goes on with in terms of the beliefs, and there might be things here that link together quite nicely. And in the column next to it, you have things that drain your energy. So, eating junk food, I kind of feel bad about myself. I procrastinate. I kind of sometimes think I'm not good enough or I'm not doing enough, that I'm wasting my time. There are some people in my life that really drain my energy, my parents, older brother, that neighbor I have who keeps complaining to me. And when I'm in the office, if I'm commuting, I just feel quite low. I get these thoughts that I'm a disappointment, I'm stupid, and maybe that explains why I feel I have to work harder and kind of prove myself. Maybe that's sitting underneath that. Being on the computer for too long, not putting my own needs first. So you've kind of putting a list of what drains you and what energizes you. And the idea is that with this list, you can then have like a snapshot, like here, of your life on paper. You can see it in front of you. And it's just different than being in your mind sometimes and figuring out, how do I really feel? Just get it out on paper. It doesn't need to be like this. You can do journaling, it can be free form, you can do structured journaling. I will do videos in the future covering that. And you can watch my video I do on like improving your self-awareness and the techniques that you can use to really better understand yourself and what makes you feel good and what you want to, what things really negatively impact you. If you would like to get your hands on that template, then please contact me. I'll leave a link in the description. You can contact me through the form, and I will send you that template directly to your inbox so you can start using it. But I would want to encourage you just to be honest when undertaking that exercise about what activities you're doing and what really makes you feel good and energized and what really drains your battery and makes you feel stressed or low or unmotivated. A key part of this as well is having goals that you can aim to and that you can shoot for. You don't get the satisfaction and the fulfilled feeling when you reach the goal. It's actually in pursuing the goal. So, as long as you have a goal that you believe in, that aligns with your values, and that you are aiming for, you are likely to experience a fulfilled life because you have that sense of purpose and something you're shooting for. And that's where this exercise comes in really handy because you can then optimize the energy that you have and how much of that energy you apply to reaching those goals. It's very easy for us to get caught up in the emotion. We're feeling happy one time, we're feeling very sad, depressed, low, anxious, stressed, hopeless another time. We can really get caught up in that cycle of emotion that we don't really think about the impact it has on our energy level. It is about understanding how we can optimize the energy we have and apply that and reinvest it into things that we know are going to re-energize us and feed us rather than drain us. Even if you don't have goals that are clearly defined or you're still in the process of working through that, this exercise is nevertheless a helpful way to understand what exactly is my life filled with and how much of these things actually serve me, and then what can I do about it? Can I reduce the things that are draining me? Can I increase the things that are making me feel re-energized? Is there anything else I haven't thought of that I can add to this list that I can do? So it's a really simple exercise, yet an effective way to look at your life and determine where am I spending my energy and time and how do I feel as a result. Thanks for watching.